Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. The story is set during the time of the Bourbon Restoration in France, which tells the story of an unjustly incarcerated man who escapes to find revenge. The novel opens in 1815 as the Pharaon arrives in Marseille. The ship's owner, Monsieur Morel, learns from the young first mate, Edmond Dantes, that the captain died on the journey and that Dantes took over. The ship's accountant, Danglars, is bothered that the Pharians stopped at Elba, but Dantes explains that the captain left a package to be delivered to one of Napoleon's marshals who is in exile with Napoleon on the island. Morel makes Dantes captain of the ship to Danglars' displeasure. On visiting his father, Dantes learns that a neighbor, Gaspard Cadiros, took most of his father's resources in payment of a debt. Dantes then goes to see his fiancée Mercedes and finds her in the company of Ferdinand Mondigo, who is in love with her. After leaving, Mondigo encounters Danglars and Cadiros, and a decision is made to falsely accuse Dantes of treason. In a letter to the Crown prosecutor, Danglars alleges that Dantes is a Bonapartist and is carrying a letter from Napoleon to the Bonapartist committee in Paris. Dantes is arrested, but the assistant prosecutor, Gerald de Villefort, discovers that Dantes is not a Bonapartist agent and is prepared to release him. However, after learning that the young captain has a letter from Napoleon to de Villefort's father, who is a Bonapartist, he sends Dantes to the Chaffee d'If, an island prison where he remains for many years. One day, another inmate, Abbe Faria, arrives in Dantes' cell through a tunnel he has been digging in an attempt to escape. Faria deduces that Danglars and Montigo framed Dantes, as well as why de Villefort keeps Dantes imprisoned. He spends a few years teaching Dantes, and they plan another escape attempt. Faria tells Dantes about a treasure hidden on the uninhabited island of Monte Cristo and then dies. Dantes sees himself inside Faria's burial shroud and is flung into the sea. He frees himself and is rescued by a crew of smugglers. Later, he finds the treasure on Monte Cristo. Dantes then sets again gaining revenge for his long injustice imprisonment. He disguises himself as an Italian priest and visits Cadiros, who divulges that Danglars and Mondigo are both wealthy and that the latter has married Mercedes. Upon hearing that Morel has fallen on hard times, Dantes secretly solves his financial problems. 10 years later in Rome, Dantes, now calling himself the Count of Monte Cristo, contrives to meet Albert, the son of Mondigo, now the Count of Morcerf, and Merciless. Albert is unhappily engaged to Danglars' daughter. Dantes subsequently buys a house in Auteuil, outside Paris. Later, he tells Haydée, a Greek slave whom he has purchased, that she is now free but must keep the details of her birth a secret. After Dantes arranges for Danglars to lose his fortune, he hosts a dinner party for the Danglarses and the de Villeforts. Maximilien Morel, the son of Monsieur Morel, and two convicts hired to play wealthy Italians are also present. It is revealed that Mrs. Danglars was once a mistress of de Villefort and that the younger convict is the son born of that union, whom de Villefort thought he had disposed of as a baby. Later, the Count of Morcerf's secret is also made public. He had made himself right-hand man to Haydée's father, Ali Pasha, and then betrayed him. He stole Ali Pasha's fortune and sold Haydée and her mother into slavery. With this news, Mercedes and Albert abandon Morcerf and he kills himself. De Villefort orders his wife, who has been poisoning family members in order to secure an inheritance for her son from a previous marriage, to poison herself. She kills both herself and her son, while de Villefort's attempt to kill his infant son is revealed in court, and he loses his mind. On Dante's orders, bandits capture Danglars and hold him for several days until he repents. Dante's, his revenge complete, arranges for Valentine de Villefort and Maximilian Morrel to be together because they have been in love, but Valentine's parents forbid the union, and Haydée declares her love for Dante's to his great joy, and here ends the story. If you have anything more to say, please enter it in the comment box. Like the video, share with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.